Joining me now is Kevin McCarthy, former Speaker of the House. Speaker McCarthy, great to see you tonight. She's also now trying to run on a I'm tough on the border platform. I'm sensing real desperation sinking in her camp. How do you see things tonight?
I think if you look holistically at her career, she's in real trouble. Because every time she has a regular length campaign, she collapses. Remember, she started out very strong running for president and never could make it to Iowa. When you have a problem with the MSNBC, Stephanie Ruhle tells you that you didn't even answer the question, what do you think American independent voters are actually thinking? And then think for this. If you go today's date back 4 years ago, she's actually sitting 6.9% below the polling of where Joe Biden was. And I'll tell you this, what I was told by some Democratic congressional members, that Nancy Pelosi, while she was trying to get Biden out, she said, we can't have Kamala. She has lower polls than Biden. She'd be worse than Biden. So she never wanted Nancy to have Kamala Harris. She was advocating for somebody else, but she wanted Biden out, and I think it's coming home to roost now.
Now, let's not forget that early voting begins today in Illinois, North Dakota, Florida, where they're facing that hurricane, and Michigan. So, Mr. Speaker, do you think Americans now know enough about her based on even just this one recent interview that even mainstream media people are clearly very unhappy with tonight?
No, and you see it in polls. You saw it in one a couple weeks ago in the New York Times. 28% says they need to know more, but 60% said they wanted change. What's most interesting to me, what Kamala Harris would normally say, she's trying to claim every failure that she has, trying to say President Trump was the incumbent. No, 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 no. The American people remember what it was like to have a secure border, where you don't have illegals coming across, raping young women and killing them. You remember what it was like when gasoline was a lower price. You remember what it was like when you didn't have inflation. There was more joy then because your dollar went further at the grocery store and the gas station.
Well, again, it seems to me that this was such a big, risky move to dump Biden. But they thought they were being really clever and really smart. But the metrics that we just went through a few of them tonight. Well, we'll see what happens on election night. But this is, if they think this was some big slam dunk, this three-dimensional chess, I am not seeing it. I think Biden would have been a much better candidate. Mr. Speaker, yes or no?
Oh. Exactly, yes. He showed that he was a better candidate. He showed he would be polling 6.9% higher 4 years ago than she is today. Remember this, too. Think about foreign policy. She is the first person to try to pull weapons away from Israel. She would not come to the floor when the Prime Minister, Bibi Netanyahu, was there to speak to the world. What did that say to Iran? What did that say to Hamas and the others? They began to question America's support for Israel. Her foreign policy is backwards. Her economic policy, she doesn't know. And when she has to speak without a teleprompter, nobody knows what she says.
Oh, my God, a total nightmare. Mr. Speaker, great to see you tonight. Thank you so much.